Hi everyone, my name is Keely and I'm the owner and creator here at Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for another soap making video. Today I'm doing another one of my Christmas soaps, though technically this one doesn't just have to be for Christmas. A few Christmases ago I really wanted to create a Santa's milk and cookie set, but I couldn't decide on which cookie I wanted to make, so it never happened. Then last year I finally decided on which cookie I wanted to make, but hadn't quite worked out how to do it, and then I just simply ran out of time. Well, I decided this year I was definitely going to make my Santa's milk and cookie soap set, and I set about making the cookie that I wanted to do, and this is what I have come up with. Now, for a lot of you overseas, you probably won't know what this is, but a lot of the Aussies will actually know what I was trying to capture in this soap. This is meant to be representative of a very classic childhood biscuit called an Iced Vovo. I'm actually calling it Santa's cookie for IP reasons, but this is what it is kind of meant to invoke memories of. So basically an Iced Vovo biscuit, you have a biscuit base across the bottom, and then through the middle you have a raspberry jam, and then down the sides you have these little pink marshmallow bits. And then I did the little milk bottles to go with it as well. Now the soaps are available to purchase separately, and I do have a limited number of milk and cookie sets. The idea is you can get these, and instead of actually leaving a real glass of milk and a cookie out for Santa, you can actually get your kids to leave these out, and then you can enjoy them afterwards as well. So let's go and see how I make my Santa's cookie. I have decided the best way to tackle this soap is to do it in a bit of a two-step process. So today what I'm going to do is make the base of my soap. This is going to be simply poured, one colour poured into my mould. I'll then let it set up overnight, and then I'll come back, cut it up into the soaps, and then I will do the piping on the top. In my oils here, I have put in some resplendent gold mica. I'm after a bit of a biscuit colour, so I may need to put just a bit of titanium dioxide in there as well, just to get that gold to come more into a biscuity baked colour. The fragrance oil I'm using today is Black Raspberry Vanilla, and that will make sense to the Aussies. It was the only raspberry fragrance I've got, the only one that any of the suppliers have got. Iced Vovos, which are the biscuits we're making, are a raspberry flavoured biscuit, so I just thought Black Raspberry Vanilla was perfect for this one. It's a well-behaving fragrance as well. It doesn't discolour, so I'm not going to have any issues with the colours that I get here. I'm going to pour my sodium hydroxide distilled water solution in here, double check the colour, pour in my fragrance oil, and then pour it into the mould. And then, as I said, we will come back later and we will start cutting the soap and finishing them off. Okay, so I have got my piping into my bags. I've got some of the white, and I also mixed in a little bit of bubblegum pink to get a pink one. And this one here has got some Trial by Fire in it. What I'm going to do is take some of these soaps here. I cut them down to 1.5 centimetres, which is just a little bit thinner than my normal bars. And that is because I'm going to make the rest of the height up by actually piping on the top of them. Really love the colour that this has come out. Really does look like a big biscuit base, so it doesn't look like it is burnt or anything. Now, I have contemplated, usually when you look at the Iced Vovos, they have a fluted edge on it. I have contemplated doing that, but I figured I'm going to waste too much soap, so I'm going to leave them as they are like this. First thing I'm going to do is give it just a quick spray with some rubbing alcohol. These are fairly freshly cut, as you saw, so the soap should stick. What I'm going to do is down the middle of each of these is I'm going to put a strip, hopefully, of this red. This one has set up quicker than what my white piping has, so we'll get this one out first. And I'm just going to put a basic strip down the middle here. So I've had just enough dark red in that one to do all of these soaps. I've still got 10 more bars over here that will need some more red, so I'll do that up later. My white here is still too soft for me to actually pipe. It will just all run off the bar, so I'm going to leave it sit here for about 10 minutes. I'll be back in just a moment, and we'll pipe our marshmallow down the sides of our raspberry jam. Alright, we are set up on our marshmallow here. So this is the light pink one. And now all I'm going to do is put some dollops down the side here, overlapping onto that strip of sort of raspberry jam. This is looking so super cute. I really have actually had this idea in my head for about 3 years now. Well, this will be my third Christmas that I've had this idea in my head to do it. And I've always wanted to do this little biscuit and then a bottle of bath milk to go with it and have it as Santa's milk and cookies. And I decided if I don't do it this year, I'm never going to do it. So just thought we'll jump straight in and get this done. So here are my little sort of coconut looking pieces. To get these, I had some white soap which I put through on the really fine grater, or the fine hole on the grater, and then once this was dried out, I have run my knife through it to get it to cut up into really fine little pieces here. And all I'm now going to do is just sprinkle them over the top so it looks like we've got our coconut sitting on top of our marshmallow on here. I'm also going to take this a little bit further because it is soap and I will then also give this a quick spray with just a little bit of Blizzard Mica just to give it a little bit of a frosted sheen to it as well. Okay, so here is my interpretation of that Aussie classic, the Iced Vovo. These are going to go out as part of the Christmas range, so Santa can have some cookies which are very healthy for him. I am also going to go mix up a little bit more of the red soap so I can finish making the other 10 that I've got here. And I'll probably also need to do a little bit more of that pinky colour as well. So I hope you have enjoyed watching how I made my little cookies here. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. And until the next video, I hope you have a great one and I'll see you then. Bye.